Hey folks, this is Chef Papa D back with you again. What we got today is gonna be some mackerel salmon patties or salmon mackerel patties. We're gonna have the mackerel, if you see there, and then we got the salmon, can of salmon. So 2 cans of mackerel, 1 can of the salmon. Also, we have your mustard. We have 3 eggs. 3 eggs. Each can uh, is each can is 1 egg. So remember that. You got 2 cans, then you have 2 eggs. And over here, you see, if you see this right here, that is your breadcrumbs. I'd say about a cup of breadcrumbs. We're going to crack these eggs. We're going to put them in the breadcrumbs. We're going to mix it up real good. And that time, you're saving time because you're mixing your eggs up anyway. So, hey, you're mixing it up with your breadcrumbs. Let's set that aside. Or you can add your milk. This is a quarter cup of milk right here that we add to it. I don't have any cream of celery soup or cream of mushroom or nothing like that. Usually I use that, but we're going to go with the milk, the vitamin D milk. And then we got 2/3 cup of the bell peppers, celery and onions, green onions that is. It's already chopped up. I didn't want to do all of that while I'm filming. Wanted to do it before time, so we don't have a long time on this video. And then we got some Miracle Whip. We're gonna put about a tablespoon so into it. But I'm gonna show you just how to do it. I'm trying to get through this video, and so I won't worry your patience long. Like, subscribe, share. Comment too. I haven't been getting many comments, but comment. I know you got some people out there that ain't the way to do it. No, you have your way to do it. I'm just giving you the basics. This is it. Mackerel salmon patties. These things can be put together and then put in the freezer. When it's time for you to want to cook them or whatever, you take one out at a time. It's good for children's lunches. You got your children at home summer, and you don't want to go out and buy them fish sandwiches from here, there, wherever. You can go ahead and make them salmon patties and coat it up or whatever. You got the salmon balls, whatever. This is the way you're going to save some money. Do it yourself. Don't go out there and buy no a salmon patty sandwich and going to pay $10, $15 for it. Right here is going to save you some money. That's all my videos about, saving you money. I was going to skip this process, but I found out, maybe I better show you what I'm doing here. Here's a can of mackerel. I'm throwing it out there. See how this is looking? See how that's looking there? Here's another can. Show you how I take these bones out of here. Because some of you may not know how to do it. Some of this might be your first time doing it. We're going to get rid of these cans. And let me show you what I'm doing here. Now, what I'm doing here, and I got my bowl, got an old clean bowl here. Put this on the side. But here's the mackerel. All you do is there you go, you just split. And you see around this line in here, that's your bones in there. You just scrape that out. Scrape it out, this scrap. Throw it in your bowl. The rest of it in your bowl. Just scrape that out. You can see. See if I can show you another one. Put that in there. Show you the bone, because you don't want to crunch on the bone. Some people do. But that's the bone there. And we're going to just take that bone out. And you do that with every one. The salmon's pretty much the same way. Yeah, this is the part that's tedious, Now we got the salmon. That's the salmon there. Salmon just comes like that. You just have to break it apart. Find where that bone part is. Whoop, just dropped that, but no bone in that. See what we got. Oh, this is pretty clean with no bone. I'm surprised. No bone. And this might have something. See what we got. Oh. Sometimes they have bones. If they do, you split it apart, you see the bone, you got to just pick it out. That's all. Now, There's one last one here. All right. Now we're going to place this aside here, and we're going to get started. All right, we're going to get started with this. I'm going to squish this around like this. Going to squish that around. You can see it real good. And we're going to start adding these ingredients here. Now usually I put like a small teaspoon of seasoned salt, about a teaspoon. Well, you can go a teaspoon per pound. This is about 1.5 pounds. But anyway, I'm just going to sprinkle. I'm going to do my little sprinkles. You can use the teaspoon if you want. I start off with a teaspoon. Also, I forgot to tell you that you have to have your pepper. I'll put a little pepper in there, to my taste. Or what I think it's going to taste like. Now, this here is the breadcrumbs, your 3 eggs, and your 4th cup of milk. We're going to mix that all in there like that. This is simple meals that you can have. This will make so many. I don't know how many is in your family, but you can just put them aside, put them in freezer bags, and save it for another day. And here we go with the, I don't usually like a bunch of vegetables in mine, so I just put about that much there. That's your green peppers, red peppers, your green onions, and your celery. You must have that celery in there because that makes the salmon. That's the taste of the salmon. You got to have that celery. And get some celery seeds if you want. Ain't nothing wrong with getting celery seeds and putting that in there. Sprinkle a little bit of that in there. But the celery. And then I take about a tablespoon of your Miracle Whip. Some people say, why you use Miracle Whip? I don't know why. Why did the sun shine? I don't know. But we do. I got it from my mom. This recipe I got from my mom. Then you got to have that mustard. Mustard with fish is good in any way you look at it. But I just squirt a little bit. Let you know. And then another thing I do, you can do it, you ain't got to, but it just does something to it. And that's a little bit of sugar. I'll put about a half teaspoon, something like that, of sugar. I don't know, it gives it a kick or something, I don't know. And then, wait a minute now. Let me get the paprika. You gotta put a little bit of paprika in there. The paprika, I don't know, it just helps with the browning. Very good for browning. Never could taste paprika. They say, oh, put paprika in it, I can never taste the paprika. But anyway, see what I'm doing here? Yeah. This is it. This is my salmon patty. Sometimes I use a beater. Now, if it gets like it seems like it's too wet for you, you can always add some more breadcrumbs, in which I'm going to do. Because you want it firm. Put it in the refrigerator to firm itself up, and then you're ready to make your patties. But I'm going to use a potato masher, and I'm going to make sure this stuff is all mashed together. Like that. And you're going to have some moist salmon patty. But I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. And what I'm going to do, because you can see right now, this is it, your salmon patty right here. That's going to go in the skillet. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to refrigerate this so it can stiffen up on me, so it'll be good to fry up. And we're going to fry some salmon patties. Everything is there. I'm not going to taste it because it's got raw eggs in it. Don't you taste it. And that should be our salmon patty. So, be right back and we're going to do some frying. Getting ready to get it together with these salmon mackerel patties. Mackerel patties. This is what I'm using. I'm using the vegetable oil in my skillet. The skillet I got want to have it like on medium. It said medium high. Some of y'all have the knobs. It says medium high. I got my pan here to put my patties in. And here's my patty. Right here. I got about 15 patties, but I'm not gonna do all of that here with you. No. I'm gonna send y'all home early. I'm not gonna make you stay with me and do this, but we're gonna check it out. I'll take a little piece of meat off one. I'll just put it in there and see how it fries up. That's a little piece of meat. Looks like it's turned out pretty good. And this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna put them in here. I'll probably get about 4 or 5 of them in here. So we're gonna try 4 to start off with. Get my gloves. Hope nobody comes in here while I'm filming. Usually somebody seems to want to come in when you're filming, you know. But friends, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And see, I got them on like you see these plastic bags just to separate them so they don't stick. See how I'm laying it down there like that? Here's another one, lay down like that. On medium heat now. Don't burn them. You don't want no burnt. Of course, some people eat them burnt. It don't matter. But me, tell you right now, I love cooking. And you stick with me in my channel, you love cooking too. Say there's nothing like somebody bragging about your food. You know what I'm saying? How we should do my grandmom and my mom, you know? And see how they're frying up? I got them on medium light. You don't want them real high. But just look how they're frying up. Seems like they stayed together. See, the egg and the breadcrumbs make it stay together like that. Don't let them cook for you let them cook until they're golden brown, really. But you let them cook for about, I'd say 7 to 8 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes on each side. Maybe 5 minutes. It's according to how high you have it. Some of us like to put everything on high. Then you burn. You say you wonder why you burn. Yeah, if you want to, if you're not sure about it, sometimes I'll put a little fork in it like this. Use a fork and right in there. So when I do turn it, that heat will get right up in the middle there. I'm teaching you something. That's what I'm doing. I'm teaching you something. Also, what you think about just liking my channel, subscribing, sharing, and I ain't seen no comments, so I guess y'all satisfied with what I'm doing. When you don't comment, that means I'm doing something right, I guess. But I haven't seen no comments whatsoever. We're gonna fry this first batch, and then we're gonna, just to show you how I do it, and then we're gonna cut off and I'll show you the end results and all that kind of good stuff. Let me turn them now. I don't know if it's been 5 or 7 minutes or not, but you see how they turn, they can let it go a little bit browner than that, but right now that's not bad. Turn this one, see how that is? You see that? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Turn this skillet here. That's what I'm talking about. Chef Papa G trying it. These are mackerel salmon patties. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with mixing your meat, your fish. Nothing wrong at all. Sometimes I'll bake off of some tilapia, cool it off and chop it up and mix it with my salmon and make patties. You can do that. You can do that. You gotta experiment when you're cooking. You know, you got to experiment. Look how they're taking place here. Now this shouldn't take too long getting this together. And you get a little sponge, you see? See how I'm doing? When it starts bouncing back, you pretty much know it's done. But you can check underneath too and see if it's brown or not. You can check underneath like that and see if it's brown. But pretty much you know it's pretty good. We got a pan here. I think I'll use this pan because, you know, if you're not ready to eat them yet, you put them in the oven on 350 or 300 and just let them just simmer in the oven. About 300, 250. Let them simmer in the oven, and that can go a little bit longer. But I like how they're firm up on you. But look at that. Those are good salmon patties there, boy. Look at that. Beautiful salmon patties. Look at that. So, and I gotta fix some sides so this can simmer in the oven and be right on time. Let me turn this over so this can get a little bit brown on that side. Yeah, you see? See how they are? That's salmon patties. That's what they are, salmon patties. I'm sorry, salmon and the mackerel patties. Salmon patties, not just salmon patties. Salmon and mackerel patties. All right. Now you see how that's pressed down on it and bounce back on you? That means they're done. So I'm gonna put these in the oven to simmer a little bit. Then I'm gonna fix the rest of them. Here we go. Oh, they're nice and brown. Nice and brown. These are nice and brown. Look at them. Nice and brown. Yes, indeed. Nice and brown. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. And you can see, you can press on them and they sponge right back. That means they're done. You know, the eggs and everything else is in there. Just take a little thing of it, shot of it. You got it together. Yeah. A little closer to that. Yes, indeed. Now these are ready. They are ready. Yeah. Put these in the pan. Turn our stove off so it won't burn up now. There you go. There you go. Beautiful salmon patties. I just put that on plate and plate them right up and show you the beautiful results. There you go, folks. Beautiful salmon patty. Hold on just a second. Yeah, there you go. Put a little bit of beautification on there for salmon patty. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. That's just a little bit of baby spinach I put on the side just for this little color. You know what I mean? Just a little color. There you go. But that's what you can do. And we made about, I made about at least 15 patties. You're not going to eat all of them 15. You put some in the freezer, put them in the freezer bag, put them in the freezer. That's all you have to do. Not a problem. I'll make sure you have to do that later. Later on in the year. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Look at that. Oh my God. So folks, there it is. My beautiful salmon patty. Remember, you got it from Chef Papa G. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Nice. Let me tell you something. These are nice. Now I'm going to take a little piece off of it. I'm telling you the truth. Beautiful. You can do this. You don't care if you first time cook. You can do this. You know, all you have to do is follow the directions, you know. It's so good. So, see you in my next video. And look out for my next recipe. You have a good, lovely day. Bye-bye.